For those of you who didn't have a chance to tune in last night to the webinar, this is Stationside in Milton by Neatt Developments, and it goes into a little bit about the $1 billion Metrolink expansion of the GO station, with one coming on Trafalgar and a second station at the Milton GO that is currently there, but on the south side of the tracks facing Nipissing, as well as a bit more of the educational village. So I'm Ryan Taylor, All Access Homes, and I will get into this. So this is Stationside. What you're looking at are the two towers right here on Nipissing Road, and then there's a Podium with over 30,000 square feet of amenity space. This is the second building on Nipissing Road, Fernbrook Head Mill House, which is just to the west of it, touching the garage on that side, which was another 3 towers. So this is a huge development that is coming along Nipissing. We're expecting to see billions of dollars in new condo developments over the next 10 years, which is part of the Milton plan for the town. This one, please take a peek at that, $3 billion, okay? That is how much land is currently under development by Neatt. So Neatt Development is two co-founders. One of them is a former executive vice president of land development from Mattamy, right underneath Peter Gilligan, and he himself, Mike Vernoy, has been part of building over 20,000 homes in Halton and the rest of the GTA. So with the team at Neatt, there's over 30 years of experience, 21 of which from one of the biggest people in the industry for over 21 years with the Mattamy Corp, and he is one of the co-founders of Neatt Developments. This is one of their sites, and I'll get into it here. You can sort of see over my side here, that is the Honda dealership. So this big earthwork site right now is behind the Honda dealership at Steeles, right by the 401 where the McDonald's is, but that's the Honda dealership. This is a master planned community coming with single detached towns and high rise. So that is in the future coming, and they're cleaning the land right now. We should see that in the next few years. Another site which they just acquired in Oakville at Dundas and Neatt. You'll see some little containers down there. I used to store some of my open house equipment down there years ago. Now behind me here, I'll go to this side. This is 16 Mile Arena. Across the street on the other side underneath me here is the Dunwest Tower, Fortino's, Mario's Chicken, RBC, all of those in that Dundas and Neatt Plaza. But this is really Milton. Milton has 2 university campuses coming to it. Everyone's talked about it for years. Doug Ford approved it when he got in. Now they're getting ready to go, and it is Wilfrid Laurier University and Conestoga College. 3,000 students by 2030, upwards of 25,000 students, and 4,000 new jobs. Now, that is not taking into account all the warehousing jobs that are coming on Milton right along the 401, on James Snow Parkway, and I'm sure we'll see some others up by the highway, because Tremaine is now being extended and they're building the bridges to go over the 401 and the on and off exits at Tremaine. So Milton will have 3 exits, and Tremaine is a 6-lane road right by the velodrome all the way down to Oakville. Please take a look at the slide. I specialize in investments. I specialize in pre-construction. I've lived in Milton for 4 years. I now live down in Oakville with my family, but this is the key factor here. 0.6%. What that means is 0.6% vacancy rate. Someone's looking through my window here. 0.6% vacancy rate, meaning there are 2 families for every dwelling in Milton. 709 is the number of rental units from condos to townhouses in the last year. So 2022 only had 709 rentals in Milton. If you're an investor or you're buying a home for your child or for yourself, this says a lot about growth and value. So we're in a hard spot right now in the market with where mortgage rates currently are, and historically they're actually not that bad. My first mortgage was at 6%. They will come down. We're expecting June, July next year, but with a 0.6% vacancy rate, there is ample opportunity for growth to grow your wealth, whether it's your own home or a rental property. $1 billion. So Metrolinx. This comes down to the chicken or the egg. Which came first? Well, Metrolinx has agreed to spend $1 billion to add a second GO station to Milton on Trafalgar, as well as add a second station at the current Milton GO on the south side of the tracks. But they have to have had all the builders confirm that they're going to build these buildings, have the city sign on that they're going to increase the density and population to support this. What that means for you residents or people that are living in the condo, it means that you're going to have an extra train during rush hour, so 15-minute service during rush hour every 15 minutes to Toronto, 60 minutes to Union Station, and also after hours. They're going to expand the bus terminal, which will also take you right across the tracks over to the Milton Education Village. This is all tying in together to come online around the same time. I'm going to step back here. This is the future of Milton. So what I'm looking at here, this street, believe it or not, over here is Main Street. This is Nipissing Road. Thompson Towers, which is the great golf buildings, Green Park buildings going up right now are here that we're selling. This is the Superstore. We're dealing with a 23-story building and a 19-story building, if my memory serves correct. Please take a thought for a second to look at all these other high rises coming to Milton. Right now, there's one GO station at the site, 15-minute walk because you have to go around Shoppers Drug Mart, under the tracks, back up past the car dealerships into the GO station. 30-minute rush hour service every 30 minutes to Toronto, 1 hour to Union Station. With the expansion that's coming, you're going to have 2 stations right here, one on the north side of the tracks by the Superstore, which we have, one on the south side on Nipissing, 59 seconds outside of the door from Stationside, but 15-minute rush hour service to Toronto. So every 15 minutes during rush hour, a train is going to take you to Union Station. Stationside is the end of the line, but one thing I did not know is that it is the 3rd busiest GO station in Ontario. So Milton GO is the 3rd busiest. 2nd busiest is actually going to be the Oakville GO station. I don't know what the first is unless we're talking about Union Station. Again, let me step out of this way here. Here's a graphic that shows you where the current GO station is, which you'll see right here. The new GO station, Stationside, and their next project, which is yet to be named, but the hoarding is going up shortly. Here is the current GO station. And Stationside. So you can see it's 59 seconds out the door of the condo to the GO station, and there will be ample parking for people there as well. So Milton, downtown Milton, will have 2 GO stations, and it's the last time I say it. But one thing that's very important to know, with all the pre-construction that has happened, historically, if you have purchased any home, condo, townhouse near a GO station, your value increases 34% faster than other areas because of the proximity to transit. Now, this is also a master plan community and the area, so there are going to be multiple other developers building condominiums and homes in this area. So that 34% is actually probably going to increase your value because pre-construction is so expensive to bake that it's just going to keep driving up the prices, but you're buying today and getting occupancy in June 2027 if we're lucky. Now, speaking with the powers to be last night after I shot the webinar, you can expect, as usual, a 3 to 6 month delay, but you'll be closing in 2028. So deposit structure is 5% a year for 3 years, the balance to 20% at occupancy, and closing probably January of 2028. Here is the Milton Education Village on Tremaine Road. We have the Wilfrid Laurier, Conestoga College, as well as the Velodrome and the future bus terminal. Here's Conestoga College's campus. Wilfrid Laurier. Combined, the two make up a 400-acre site that has been approved. They're just finalizing the stormwater management system, and they will get shovels into the ground very soon. And then the future transit hub, which will take you directly to the Milton GO station. As I mentioned before, by 2031, we're expecting to have 3,000 students. At full capacity, 15,000 students, not to mention all the jobs that are going to come with the university, everything else surrounding it. 19 and 23 stories, 2 towers, 613 units. There are going to be parking spots available for almost every suite in the building, but parking will come with the 2-bedroom plus dens. 30,000 square feet of amenity space, which will be outdoor terraces, party room, gym. yoga studio, there's a co-working space, there's a coffee bar, as well as a podcasting area. Something perhaps similar to my office here. Here is our starting price. We are looking at 1 bedrooms. For 75% of the building is priced under $700,000, but 1 bedroom starting at $487,990, 1 plus den starting at, let's call it $641,000, and 2 bedrooms starting at $718,990, and free parking and locker for the 2 bedrooms. This is a comparison chart against Toronto. If we're looking at a 1 bedroom starting price in Toronto with no chance of ever purchasing parking, $603,000. There's another project out there right now at $580,000. Resale average in Milton right now is $50,000, $545,000 when we did these slides and the research. And Stationside is coming in at $488,000. You can buy additional parking. We'll have that price for you much later tonight. When we're looking at Toronto, 2 bedrooms, parking is not included, are starting at $841,000. I'll come right down to Stationside, we're at $718,000. Now, the difficult part right now is that resale is about $650,000 for a 2 bedroom in Milton today, but what will it be in 2028? And that is where the pre-construction will actually be ahead, where you'll be making money, because we do anticipate the rates are going to come down, mortgages will be cheaper, money will be cheaper, the market is going to pick up again. 11.1%. The 11.1% is the average rental difference, but let's get into something else. So 11.1% is roughly the increase in rent in Milton last year. Sorry. You can tell I'm shooting this live. Every property last year in Milton that was renting went up 11.1%. If you purchased a property or the first time a dwelling, including a century home that never had the basement finished, anything that was occupied for the first time in a rental property after November 15th, 2018, there is 0 rent control. That means if the rent went up 11%, you tell your tenant 90 days by email or letter, 90 days prior to the anniversary of their date, that the rent is going to go up by X amount of dollars. They will look into the landlord-tenant board, they will look into the rates and realize that what you're doing is perfectly legal, and then decide if they wish to vacate the premises at a huge expense for moving, or just pay the future rent. The 26.6% is the difference in price between Milton and Toronto. Milton is 26% cheaper than Toronto on average. But the rental rates, this is what's important. For the rental value, I'm 26% more expensive in Toronto, but my rent is about $53 different a month. So that 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom in Milton is getting you $27.93 a month, whereas it's $28.49 in Toronto. But the price difference was $735 in Milton, including parking, versus $923 plus $80,000 to $100,000 for parking, so you're well over $1 million. This is why Milton is doing so well for the investor pool. This is where things are going. This slide, I'll explain it very simply. In Q2 of 2022, Milton only had 68 rental properties with a population of 124,000. Burlington had 213 rental exchanges with a population of exactly the same, 124,000. Oakville had 425 transactions for rental properties in Q2 of 2023 with 213,000 population. Please look at the difference. And this again is why I believe in Milton and have pushed Milton for the last 7 years. I live in Oakville. I believe in Burlington. Oakville, Halton is a great value. It's a great place to live. I'm raising my kids here. But when you look at this, you see why rents have gone from $1,600 a month for a 2 bedroom 4 years ago to $2,600 a month today. Actually, $1,800 a month. So an $800 difference in price in 4 years in a rental property. Just again, to hammer it home, 0.6% vacancy rate in Milton and only 709 rental transactions from condos and townhouses in 2022. Here's your typical suites. I'm going to look at my screen here for a second. So The corners of the building have been made 2 bedrooms, so you'll notice that both sides in the beige are 2-bedroom condos. Your green are all 1+ dens, and then the orange are your 1-bedroom suites. So you're looking at 700 square feet for a 2-bed, 2-bath corner unit. This is 708 square feet, 2-bed, 2-bath. I will make mention that this is 2 full bathrooms. This is also 1 full bathroom, and I believe, nope, this is a 2-bed, 1-bath. Sorry, I can't find the second bath. Sorry, 2 full bathrooms here. My apologies. 2 full bathrooms on both units. Here is an example again of the B605 suite. $641,000 for 605 square feet. Your balcony on this unit is 129 square feet, and it is a Juliet balcony as well. Looking at this one now, we are looking at the S697, so 697 square feet. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath. What we're looking at is your master bedroom has a walk-in closet. You have a 4-piece bathroom, and then the second bedroom also has a 4-piece bathroom. I would make this an optional shower. That way, if you're dealing with older people, they can step in and out without having any issues, and resale value is much higher. This is something that I have believed in for many years. It's something that I put together, and it is also how I choose what to invest in. When I'm looking at rentals, when I'm looking at market resale value for properties, this is the area I want my clients to be in and where I myself purchase in, the 2-bedroom and 2+ den. When you're looking at the 1-bedrooms, you're looking at 30% of the building, and the 1+ dens are 41.3%. That's 72% of the building is 1-bedroom and 1+ dens. This pie chart is a very good graphic because this is how all builders and the municipalities are deciding what suite mixes they want to get into the buildings to sell them as fast as possible and to get more dwellings for people, more residences. If I'm purchasing, and I do, I'm buying in this little section here, which is 27%, and if I have extra money, I'll go into the 2+ dens. Because look at the other 70% of the building. You have 70% of the building that are going to have kids, get a spouse, and they need more space. Well, that leaves them with only 20%. But if you think of this on the larger scale, every building is roughly 20% 2 bedrooms. This is why the rental value and the resale value is climbing faster on the 2-bedroom and 2+ dens than it is on the 1-bed and 1+ dens. The junior investor or someone who's purchasing for their children are going to buy the 1-bed because they want them to help them out to get in, and that is the best way to get into the market and just buy something. So that is where I've already bought one for my children who are yay big. We are launching tonight. We'll start sales at the sales office. I will be at the sales office road on Main Street in Milton all weekend and every day next week. We are occupying tentatively June 2027. We are also going to be probably delayed, so closing will be spring of 2028. 5% deposit per year total, so up to 15%. So 5% this year, 5% in 2024, 5% in 2025. The balance to 20% will be in 2027. And then it is by far the cheapest price in the GTA. They hold that record when we come out later tonight. If you're getting this email or you're looking at this on YouTube, please register on my website, allaccesshomes.ca, and you will be getting the floor plans, which are there right now. And as of later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, an email will be going out to everyone who is registered with the full pricing package and incentives. There will be right to lease during occupancy. There will be cap development fees and levies. There will be all the other incentives we're expecting, and we'll find out at 8 p.m. this evening. I want to leave you with this one thought. Again, I know a lot of people are upset that Milton is growing like this, but it is becoming a city. It is affordable, and they do have the land. And their 1-bedrooms here are larger than some 2-bedrooms in the GTA. There are condos right now selling studios that are 271 square feet for just over $400,000 with no parking. This is the best value in Halton. This is the best value in the GTA. It's why I believe in the builder, who this is their first building, but they are not a new company as far as the employees. They've worked for all the other big builders, and they've now done this themselves. So I'm Ryan Taylor, All Access Homes with Neatt Developments at Stationside, and you can go to my website, which will look like this. You can go to allaccesshomes.ca, scroll to projects and Stationside, register. Within 1 minute in your promotions folder or your inbox, you will have the floor plans immediately, and I'll be updating you tomorrow morning with the pricing and floor plans. Pricing incentives. Floor plans are already there. I'm Ryan Taylor. Hope you all enjoyed this. If you like these videos, I'm going to be doing more informational videos, even having some mortgage brokers, economists coming in. Please click subscribe down below and you'll be alerted when I have a new video coming out where I'm just offering you information and not trying to sell you something. Thanks very much for watching, everyone.